Hey everybody, I'm actually making a video. Wow, what of it? Ugh. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this while driving, but the thing is, while I'm driving for work and whatnot, it's when my creative juices are flowing the most, and makes me wish I didn't have to friggin' work. But at the same time, I'm kind of conflicted because it's like, if all my best ideas and thoughts are while I am working, driving around and whatnot, then work really is valuable to me, despite my lack of free time. But I digress. I've been sitting on quite a few thoughts, but haven't really bothered to dedicate time to spilling them all out. Israel-Palestine obviously is at the forefront of that, but obviously, just go watch Sean King or Motez. I forget how you pronounce his last name, but just indisposable. Countless clips you could see of the brutality that Israel is inflicting upon Palestine. But anyway, this video is about how Republicans are just destined for failure. If you haven't seen, states like West Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, more or less, I'm not sure about West Virginia, actually, I might be wrong on that, but Ohio and Kentucky, of course, voted to maintain abortion rights, your right to an abortion in their states, and weed is now legal there. But the funniest thing about that is just how upset Republicans are that those are winning issues for Democrats, because if you put direct ballot initiatives on any given policy, such as legalizing weed or a woman's right to choose, turns out those are actually really popular. And Rick Santorum actually gave away the game when he commented about this on national TV. And it just goes to show he's not the only one that thinks this way. He's not the only Republican with a disdain for democracy prevailing and the will of the people being heard. He said, I'm paraphrasing, it's actually a good thing that some states don't allow sexy issues like abortion and legalizing marijuana to be allowed on the ballots, to be even put on the ballots, or even thought of being put up for a vote by the public of said states. It says a lot. Apologies, I'm just a little flustered. It's hard to know exactly what to say when the exact same thing has been said time and time again by various lefties, various progressives that are actually paying attention and actually want to make a difference and actually understand what it takes to counter fascists like Rick Santorum or the governor of any given red state passing abortion restrictions and et cetera, targeting trans people, targeting migrants, because it just seems so obvious. And of course I've touched on this time and time again, but I think it was what Matt Walsh said that really nailed it home for me. Even though it's been demonstrated with this election from a few days ago, and the midterms, people are pissed about the overturning of Roe versus Wade. And it turns out, like, even the most conservative of conservative Republicans, voters in particular, think that restricting access to abortion goes too far in some regards. Like, no cutouts for if you're a victim of rape or incest, or if you are, especially if you are a child. Like, yeah, any reasonable person would look at that and go like, wow, Republicans, like, you're really not in line with most of the country. And they don't care. They don't give a shit. Their modus operandi is maximum suffering, without excuse. And as I was saying, Matt Walsh, he didn't care. He didn't care that Republicans once again lost big time. In relatively red states, Kentucky especially, you know. So according to Matt Walsh, he's not going to give up the abortion fight. He's not going to give up what is a deeply unpopular issue, no matter how emotionally charged he feels about it. And I say, keep going. Have at it. Like, don't stop. Like, the louder you fucks are, the louder you psychopaths are, the less appealing you're going to be. And that's the thing. Like, what Republicans, they're all psychopaths. Or, at the very least, they are complicit with psychopathy. So, if this is how you really feel, keep losing. I wholeheartedly welcome it. The only hope that Republicans have of a future in maintaining their relevance and not obscuring into obsolescence is if Democrats drop the ball entirely. If Democrats are so apathetic to the plight of the working class, or if they just go full pro-genocide like Republicans are, like just encouraging the mass slaughter of innocent civilians and children, then the Republicans might actually have a future. Well, who knows? You know, it's a huge mess right now. I am not psyched about the Democratic Party. I've never been, but especially right now, words can't express. Like, there are so many things I want to say that I can't. But who knows? Maybe Democrats might just fully embrace genocidal rhetoric, you know, instead of like, oh, can you just maybe do a little bit of genocide? Like, okay, we'll fund you, but could you bomb these poor people a little bit nicer, please? Anyway, a Dieter McBusiness reaction video is coming soon. I might do a video just going over all statistics regarding the siege on Gaza right now, and just how inexpressibly nightmarish it is, like beyond comprehension. Like, your worst nightmares tripled, quadrupled. It's beyond horrific. Like, there's really no words for it, of just how bad it is, and how Biden is 100% complicit with it. Just the monstrosity. But yeah, catch you guys really soon.